The Comedy Store would like you to know that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are strictly those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the Comedy Store and its affiliates.
We're rolling, guys. This is exciting.
Live from the world-famous Comedy Store. It's another Thursday night edition.
What? Thursday night. Yeah, that is Thursday.
I'd like to think that people think
They know what day it is. They know what day we
we
record.
always are recording every day.
Every single day.
7 days a week, and most of them, like the Pidcast, we don't release.
We're never going to release them.
Hey, that special Thursday one ain't never going to be heard by nobody.
Yeah, it's too special. That's why.
If I die or something, I'm just going to burn that episode.
Do you think if he dies and they release them, he would then become famous, like an artist gone too late?
He'd be the one who would blow up so big, and then
That would be amazing. I think everyone should know who Pitt is.
Yeah, listen. The
Look him up.
police
Find
police need to know who he is, the FBI.
Is that why he moves around so much?
Yeah, that's right.
I was in Chicago. Now I'm in Buffalo. Then I was in L.A. Then I went back to. He was in Florida for a little bit. Right?
I was considering going to Chicago, but then I figured that's going backwards, so I'm just going to move up to Buffalo.
That's good time.
Good logic.
Yeah, perfect time. We do have a guest. They are running late.
Can you believe that shit here at the world famous Comedy Store that someone's
Someone's running late.
show up on time?
Which is totally fine. Everyone's canceling. Rick, do you think people are either afraid to come out, getting sick again, and or getting work, so they're canceling their spots?
It's hard to say. I think people just don't
Care.
Yeah, they don't feel the need anymore.
It's interesting.
They're like, well, I'm going to go up there and make people laugh and validate myself. Screw that. I'm coming out of a pandemic.
Shit?
I am going to stay feeling bad. I don't know. I got my booster.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Feel great.
Is that Pfizer or Moderna?
I'm a Pfizer man.
Ooh,
I do
I'm a
things by the
J&J.
book. There's a lot of people out there who feel that they shouldn't have to get vaccines, and those are the people that I think should be hunted down. And a lot of people are going to say, you're talking about murdering these people, and I'm saying no. I'm saying we get a trank gun, we fill it with the vax, and I just get out there and I hunt them down.
I think that would work. I think that would be amazing.
I say film it, but then that makes it feel creepy to me, so I'm just going to get out there and do it.
I'm still pro-choice, across the board. I'm going to stay on that. Whatever you want.
What does that even mean?
That means if you want to get vaccinated, go ahead. If you don't. But whatever you're into, don't bring it in my world. That's all I'm saying. Don't come at me yelling at me because you don't like what I'm doing, because you're doing it one way and I'm not doing it your way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got vaccinated. I'm taking care of myself and my surroundings. If you don't want to, you stay in your section. How about that?
I'm telling everyone right now.
Segregation now. Integration
Send me
never.
your address if you're against it, and I will track you down. I don't know. Sometimes
I really don't think
it gets
about
aggressive.
Yeah. People are so funny to get that crazy over it. Like, I'm not getting it. You can't make me. I think it's so hilarious.
Everyone is doing what they're told to do by their overlords.
Oh, yeah. Who's
Look
your
who it is.
overlord?
Look who it is.
Oh.
Hollywood's own.
Look at that sexy.
Do I?
Can you see my?
Everything's red and scary.
Thank you.
Can you see my
I like your
pigtails
pigtails.
with?
Oh my
the
God! Get ready to be a
Invisalign?
real
Damn
slut in
it.
Philly with us.
I'm trying to get a pedo who doesn't want to go to jail.
Well, it's like It's so funny. Todd, are you attracted to her?
Todd, look at this.
Wait, did you say that
Come
because
on,
Todd's
Todd.
a pedo?
No, Todd. But
Todd,
just
look,
because
and Invisalign.
he's like youngish.
I gotta get laid.
Yeah.
I was just
Look at that Birds jacket, confidently
I work for
wearing
you,
it.
bitch.
Confidently.
I just talked to Jesse.
Ventura. Jesse.
I can't remember his name from the College of Santa Fe.
Jesse Gee?
Jesse Gee.
What?
My boy.
Fuck yeah.
I didn't know. We had the same friends, just we weren't there the same
Yeah,
year.
we just
That's
missed
so
out.
annoying.
Gee was the man, dude. That dude.
He's the best.
He
does like
cracked me
special
up.
effects and stuff now too. He's got cool skill set.
Who is he?
This dude
Who's
was
this
great.
person?
He was a guy. He was one of the only friends I had when I was at College of Santa Fe.
I
The
mean,
now
just at
D.
college.
Uh,
He's got to bring strangers on his other podcast. That's how many friends he has.
yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
I can't call in any favors after like 4 episodes. I'm like,
Like
fuck,
that.
I've alienated everyone else. Guy was great though. He was like a Santa Fe local.
Oh, he's the best.
And,
Did you ever meet his little brother, who's was just like a shorter blonde version of him?
No, I'm
Cool.
excited that exists though.
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
He
Did
used to sing "No Scrubs," the TLC song in a Russian accent,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
and we'd like go
Is
hang
he
out
single? I'm just
downtown,
asking.
and I don't know.
He's divorced.
Is that right?
He was
Ooh.
with
That
the same
counts.
girlfriend the whole time, and there was something exciting about that in college where there was no question of whether you were gonna
Yeah.
bang the person or something. Like, oh, you're just in like a high school sweetheart thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like this is all
thank
okay.
God, yeah.
Wait, so was he there with you and?
Yeah, so we must have missed each other by like the same semester. What year did you stop going there?
I stopped going in 2000. So
I started in 2000.
yeah,
Oh.
So you must have gone tail end of 2000, and then I came in.
yeah.
You
there could
dropped
be only
out
one.
and you didn't drop out.
I
You
dropped in.
She
You dropped in.
She worked it out. She had the skill set to make it work, whereas I was
Good for
just like,
you.
I'm out.
It took me 8 years to get an undergrad degree from the
You're a
school
doctor?
that went out of.
Yes, that's right. And
Imagine that if you just
amazing.
took a really long time. They were like, you know what? Here's the scalpel.
you're a doctor now.
You're in.
Yeah.
Guys, the
you put in
gang's
the time.
back.
Good.
The gang's back.
I love it. This is. I was gonna say, let Todd come in. Remember, we would.
There's
mess
nothing
around in
funnier
the
than
booth.
Eleanor's lisp with
Oh, you
her Invisalign.
motherfucker! Is it there?
And Eleanor's doing Philly
it
with
happening?
me, which is so exciting.
This might come out after that, but we're gonna.
Oh,
have
I don't
so
care.
much
Eleanor
fun.
did Philly with me. Oh, we don't listen. Eleanor, do you think we need promotion?
I don't think so.
I think.
Are you guys
I
going to
think
sell
there's-
this thing out?
I
We're
think
gonna.
cheesesteaks are. I think cheese was squirting out of cheesesteaks right now, knowing we're coming.
Everywhere. It's just people are at
Are those-
Pat's and Geno's.
are those
getting
people-
squirted in the
Yes.
face.
Cheese and
Squirt it.
cheesesteak?
Hey,
Yeah.
squirt it.
Oh, it's just-
man,
Wait a
what
minute.
the
Well, we already
fuck?
Philadelphia
Is my-
accent already
is that
kind of has
Cynthia Levin?
Oh no!
I can't do the whistle.
Does she have a whiz?
She used to do a bit that went on for a really extended period of time.
In all honesty,
almost
it made me laugh so hard. 'cause it
almost
was so
uncomfortable, but there was a lot of whistle talking.
But was that the like joke of
Yes.
it? Was that it went on so long? It was like
It was-
Well, it was like that girl would
it was
follow
like
her around.
you ever notice that person, and you're like, oh god. And then it was one of those bits where
Shit, I can't whistle.
the crowds
That was
would
Cynthia.
eventually
Cynthia.
kind of clap the. All right,
Yeah.
enough with the whistling.
I walked into. Okay, I went to
They'd
Dave
shame
and
a
Buster's.
Tosher.
Dave and Buster's.
I went to Dave and Buster's last night for Todd's been working on this Netflix special or Netflix show, and it was the rap party, and I know the showrunner and all these people that work on it, so I was like, I'm crashing this Dave and Buster's party.
Perfect.
So I'm just gonna stop by. I got a Comedy Store set. We're eating, chicken wings. They're so good. My favorite
Dave
chicken
and Buster's
wings.
is pretty good.
Dave and Buster's.
You
Chicken
got
wings.
it.
That's not our.
was-
They don't
sponsor.
sponsor us, but we'll get to them.
I take Hooters over it. I like Hooters wings. But okay, so in the middle of it, everyone's worst nightmare happens. You get an announcement. Hello, diners and players. We just want to let you know there is a free comedy show in room
Oh.
2.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me see this. And I went over and they're like, do you want to go? They're like, do you want to go up? And I went, no. And then they're like, do you want to see the room? I've just worked so hard to never do these again.
Yeah.
And then I went in and the guy on stage was doing like a bit where it was like, honestly, like 4 black people that were going like this, just staring straight.
Love that.
And this like white
amazing.
guy going like, I was in there for 3 minutes.
He
while
was
doing it.
literally doing
He
that?
was doing like a wee and like doing the airplane or whatever with his hand. And I just went, I gotta go
Never-
to my paid spot. I was
I
never
hope-
so grateful. I've never been so happy for my name
I hope
to
they
be
beat him
jizzed
up.
in white on a wall.
Yeah. Is that? Did you specify you wanted yours written in jizz?
I
'Cause
did. I said that's how I got in.
Hers has lumps. Hers
The
does have
the
lumps.
devil's paint.
Yeah,
Very pulpy. Full pulp jizz.
Oh, I say it's Jesus's serum.
yeah. Ooh, Jesus.
really
Yeah,
how
put the
you-
glasses
Holy
on. I
shit!
like
A
it.
movie star just stepped right into.
Thank you so much
Annie's
for
I
song.
love.
saying
Did you have
that.
cataracts or is that a?
Isn't it fun? Because it's
They do
half. It looks
cataract-y.
medical. I look like but I
Did
look
you
like I went
raise
to like.
dice?
But I look
Where'd
like
you
I
get
have
those?
good health insurance, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, there's no light getting in. You could dilate those
Are they
pupils
good
in those.
glasses
They're
though?
great. They're
yeah, because they look.
expensive and I
Yeah,
love
they
them.
look it.
I got Esther to buy them too. Esther Pavitsky, if you guys don't know, is my
Little
one of my
Esther, of
co-hosts
course.
on
I
my
think she's
podcast.
Cohorts, I believe. It's,
yeah,
Cohort.
cohort. We call
I
ourselves
love little Esther.
old fat whores.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Jeez.
She's upstairs right now.
Is she? We
Yeah,
should
you
make
wouldn't
her...
can't tell. She's so little.
She's so little.
But she bought them too. It's so funny.
Oh, really? I remember when Dice started wearing the big glasses.
The Harry Carries.
And and this kid, Jason Lucas, he was like, "Why is he wearing? They look like TV sets, like little
That's
TV
so
sets on
funny.
his eyes." I would tell Andrew that he should put like little pictures in there when he comes up, so it looks like
And he's watching a different thing.
Eleanor, I'm not doing the
I can't
TV
see.
He's like,
glasses.
enough with these broads and their ideas. Make me a sandwich.
He likes to talk on speakerphone to Annie a lot.
And then he gets like mad at me that he
Yeah,
doesn't think
yeah.
I've given enough
She's-
attention. I'm like, I've
she's
literally
not
listened
listening.
to your new, like, it's just when I start to talk back, he's like very upset. But I'm like, no, I've listened to like your role. You're telling me about the movie you're in. I'm like, and I'm interested. I'm not even faking.
Right.
I love
She
Dice.
genuinely
I
was
will genuinely
interested.
give him my
Annie,
everything.
I need 110% always.
Andrew?
I feel kindred with him. I'm very prop comic the way he is. Just little tiny props. Like I would be, if I smoked cigarettes, I would be smoking it like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like sunglasses on stage. I like,
Sunglasses on stage. I don't know if I could do that.
There are
I don't
times
even like
where
hats on stage.
you have to gather your things before
Oh.
leaving the stage.
No, it takes so
Oh, hey.
long. I've
Yeah.
always butchered the intro. I'm notoriously the worst intro giver.
That can't be true. We got Sam J now.
What does she do? I don't
Wait,
know
is Sam
this N-word.
Nuh-uh.
She
No,
brought
she could though. I
Oh,
love
that's
her so much.
hilarious.
I can't wait to tell you what happened last night.
she finishes she
Wait,
finished
why
her
did
set.
you say that out of the mic? Are you afraid?
No, I just was so excited that I put my hand in my head and remembered last night.
She had that moment where she was like, "Wait, that happened?"
Now, okay, I want to get their names right because
But
I
it's
had a lot
not
of
with
fun
Sam
them last
J,
night.
right?
It was with Sam J.
It was.
So, okay, let me look up
It was
their
at
names.
Dave and
I
Buster's.
want to shout. No, it was after Dave and Buster's, and I didn't get to play any games. To go to Dave and Buster's for the food and not play the games, to just go for the Dave and not the Buster
Yeah.
is like. I came here like I was like, I'm missing some
such an
fun. I
idiot.
need some sort of like joy and fun. And then out came after my set.
You want to get the Buster's when you're there.
Out came after my set these two
Sexy.
young. They were young, but mostly they were little. These two little people.
Oh.
Who were, I want to get their names right because they were so awesome.
Who? Wait, you're not in the mic. I like what you're doing.
Okay,
but
wait. Okay, I'm not in the mic.
I think
losing you.
she's talking about influencers. I
It was
think.
these influencers, these two little people influencers that I
Little
just-
people.
Yeah, they're LPs.
I
They're like
love
Brad
it.
Williams. They said that. Okay, so they look nothing like Brad Williams. They're about
Okay.
15 years younger than Brad. They said several people stopped. Both of them were like, "Are you Brad Williams?"
No.
They were
People
here
are
last
racist
night,
towards
correct?
little people, yes.
So
And we were having a great time. And they
Is that
they do-
sizist or racist? How's that go? Stop
Well,
making me
I'm
say
always like-
S's. But
they were
yes.
whites.
They
So
were white, and they honestly did have like a little bit of a. They did look like Hitler Youth.
It's possible.
They looked like
were,
a Hitler. What's
they were,
littler than
they were,
youth?
they were part of a rap group called the Aryan Midgets.
She said, "What's little?"
That's the M word. They're LPs. I do love. I love people that have faced adversity.
Sure.
Yeah.
And gotten over it. But they were cool. They were Leslie Jones had gone in on them.
Yeah.
okay.
and they
oh,
came
they were
out-
in the OR.
Yeah.
They were in the OR. Then they came out. Did you mess with them too?
I fucked with them too because I found out last night Leslie Jones is scared of ghosts. We know
Oh
that
yeah,
already.
she won't do our podcast because
and
it's in the basement.
two, she's scared of little people.
Is that what you're believing her? She just
I'm
doesn't.
telling you,
She was
terrified.
doesn't
She was
wanna
on
do a
board. She was
podcast.
like,
She was
"Let's
ready to do
record."
it.
We
She's
go.
like-
It's in the basement. She goes, "Oh hell no, I'm not doing that shit."
Oh
right
my
after she did
God.
Ghostbusters, we were like,
That's
"Bitch,
so
really?"
She was if we had
Bitch,
gone
but
upstairs.
What if you thought that was a documentary? You're like, didn't you learn to bust them, Leslie? Do we need a blonde lesbian to help you with it?
But I think so.
Look, we need a blonde lesbian to help us with everything.
With
Everything.
most things,
That
mostly
could
eating
solve
myself
a lot
out.
of this country's problems, if you ask me.
But so Leslie Jones is scared
So
of little people.
She
too?
said something.
I didn't know
She was
that.
talking about how she was going to get some dick out of someone in the audience, and then she asked the guy, "How tall are you?" And he's like, 5'9", and she was like, "Oh no, that's too short." And one of the guys yelled out, "What's wrong with short dudes?" And she was like, I don't fuck with them. How short are you?" And then
I hope
he
he
kind of
stood on the
scurried
chair.
up,
Oh,
and she was like, "Ah!" And she literally ran to the other side of the stage. And she was like, "Is that for real?"
I just.
And then the
love-
two of them went up, and they kind of were.
But honestly, think about this life. Okay, you're born looking so different that people are either ignoring you, they don't want to look at you to be rude, or they're staring at you.
Yeah.
You have two choices. Okay, you can be like, does Peter Dinklage not look so upset all the time?
He is.
Oh, he's
he
a
doesn't have a
terrific,
sense
angry
of humor.
guy. Yeah.
So he's like, he doesn't have a sense of humor. He's brooding. He's like upset all the time. Like, people are gonna be giving you one of these two reactions.
Yeah.
These guys were such good sport. They were so funny. I don't want to say sports too, because that sounds stupid, but they were just funny and cool.
Say that.
They were just so
They're-
cool.
yeah.
They were cool. They were funny, and they were like, I don't know. It was. I like when people choose to laugh and have fun. It's just like everyone these days not choosing it are annoying. But they had this like giant ripped guy with them. Did you see him?
No.
It's like the biggest man and then the
love
littlest
that.
man, and everything was great.
Carnies.
I loved it. Yes, it did look like the
Their
circus had rolled in.
driver.
There was actually they were carrying a bag of peanuts.
Strangely enough,
It was weird. Yeah, it was an elephant.
I mentioned, all the classics. Did you guys get a giant trench coat and sneak in here as one
Oh,
man?
Okay.
funny.
That's amazing.
You just try and hit them with the good ones, and then you hit them with like 15 insults, just talking about how they're despicable, half-sized humans, and then you go,
Despicable
but these big dick motherfuckers, and they're back on board. Just
Oh my God.
that someone would suggest it, they're immediately like, "This is the greatest guy ever." Like, I bet
I
these
do
fucking
like-
hogs are amazing.
I like that they're hecklers because they're kind of like, oh, most hecklers think in their heads they're going to make the show better.
Of course.
And they're wrong unless they're little people.
Yeah.
If you're a little person in an audience,
Yeah.
you will 100%.
Yeah.
You will make the comedy better, I promise, if you come out.
Yes, you're allowed to heckle. You get a pass.
The two of them
We need you.
kind of Oompa Loompa dancing towards the stage, and the honest reaction of Leslie Jones to almost jump off the stage
I'm
on the
dead.
opposite
I would
side
have peed
was
my
amazing.
pants if she
I
ran
didn't know
out.
any of that happened. They just came out and were talking to me afterwards. And I went, are there any trans little people? And behind me, Sam J goes, what did you just say? And I said, are there any trans? She goes, I was just saying that on stage the other night. And I was like, oh, steal my bit. No, but I was like, it was just this weird, like, moment where the worlds collided and everything was perfect.
What was the answer to that?
No, none of us know. We've never seen
that's
it.
two extremely small percentage demographics. To get both would really, that's
They're
like
going
an
through
ultimate
enough.
fine.
So for them to say,
Do you think it'll ever
hey,
be like, because both of them had regular sized parents, had tall parents.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. You're probably not supposed to say regular because I'm not saying they're irregular, but
They
No,
are.
you just did, and that's fine. It's a comedy show
I do want to
podcast.
be, but I do want
We
to
have
be
a
like,
disclaimer.
I know it's like, I want to speak freely, but I also want to,
Be respectful.
I like people. I want people to
But
feel
you're
happy.
saying like regular size?
Yeah, they're like regular size,
versus-
so it's like one. He was telling me it's like one and something crazy.
Yeah, Brad
Have
Williams is the same.
He has regular sized parents.
Regular sized parents.
Wow. And his daughter's a little person.
Yeah.
She's so cute. Goddamn.
I
But
would
anyway,
be excited if I had a midget baby, a little
Easier?
person. Sorry. What?
You don't have to apologize. It's okay.
I don't know.
they're
I'm
not
Annie's
here.
making
She
me feel
thinks you
guilty.
think they're under the table.
No, I was just looking at
A
the camera. I don't
bagpipe
wanna get
starts
in trouble.
playing. They sneak out from under
No,
the
no,
table.
it's okay. Everyone can speak.
I saw a
freely. You guys
trench
have
coat.
You guys have good hearts.
We have good hearts, but what we really need is better health.
Oh, tell me more about it.
Is it better health? Better health.
Better
Better
help.
help.
Thank you. I think Annie's podcast also.
She knows what
No,
she's
we
doing.
Do you
use
guys have
them.
that? You use them.
What are you talking?
We're they're our sponsors.
Oh yes.
Better
Oh,
help.
we just talk about them because we like them.
That's so
Annie,
authentic.
the camera's on, and
Is this live?
Did he
This-
say we have to?
yeah.
Is now the time? Because I thought I saw him point.
Yeah, it's
That's why.
always the time.
It's
It's
not
always the
live,
time
live,
to get
but it's
better help,
live.
Eleanor.
It
That's
is.
H-E-L-P.
Did you know how to spell help?
It was really hard, and even spelling it out, reading them on the thing is hard.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, guys.
Yes, better help. And guess what? We all need help, right? Right.
That's H-E-L-P, help.
I'm glad. I didn't know this was a spelling bee, but I like that you spelled it.
You got to spell it. People
Help.
need to know. The only way they're going to get the help is if we spell it H-E-L-P.
Yeah,
Better help.
Because I think I kept saying better health, and even though it is actually good for your health,
Yeah.
it's help.
Yeah.
H-E-L-P.
These people will match you up with a therapist within 48 hours. Real people who can help you.
Real actual doctors.
Yeah, they're legit. And,
And you get to pick. Like if you don't mesh with somebody, you
Yeah,
can go to
switch
somebody
out.
else. And they're 48 hours. What?
Yeah.
48 hours?
Maybe you're living in a place that isn't necessarily filled with, the type of people that you need help from. And this is an opportunity for you to get it. So
because
that's nice.
Most people are negative, and if they're not in a good place, they like to bring other people down. So if you want somebody to be on your side, I would go to BetterHelp and use the Comedy Store
as
a promo.
Maybe negativity is the best part of you, and they'll just help you channel that.
Navigate it.
Yeah.
I navigate my negativity all the time.
BetterHelp.com/comedy store.
You get 10% off your first month. Just do it. Just look, everything sucks right now, and it's so hard to just get through the day most of the time.
Yeah.
So if you can have somebody to talk to, not a friend that you call who just says, "Well, you're an idiot," blah, blah, blah. This is somebody who will help you figure it out.
Yep.
Help you figure out what you're going through. They will help you. HELP. Have you tried it or no?
BetterHelp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay. So
yeah, it's great.
know.
You can call them anytime. You can write. There's a journal.
Anytime. Oh, it's a journal.
A journal feature.
Okay. So
you
they
can
make
text
you.
your therapist.
That's hot. And it's a real therapist, not like my friend was telling me she went to, this is going to sound really weird, but her friend went to a wellness center to get Botox and get better, feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
But they're not real doctors.
Yeah.
So why would you get Botox or fillers from somebody that's not a real dermatologist?
I got these tests done at a similar type of clinic. I got blood tests and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I got these low numbers. And I was like, wait, what's going on? What did the vaccine do to me? I was freaking out. And Todd goes, you went to a mall doctor. And I was like, she's a nurse.
Yeah, she's registered.
Registered RN, yeah.
But it was just making me laugh so hard because it is especially
it's a big
in LA,
difference to talk to a real therapist versus somebody
really
who's
is.
just hey,
they're
hi.
We don't want you to worry anymore, and we definitely don't want it to show on your forehead. Here's some Botox.
Exactly. But yes, you get 10% off if you use a Comedy Store promo. Of course, I'm terrible at this. I'm not going to read it. But
you're only terrible because you say you are.
BetterHelp.com/comedy store.
Say HELP.
HELP.
And there's no S's in that, so I can say.
You got to
there
spell
is
it.
an LP in it, guys.
What?
And I was also in an LP last night.
And even LPs.
They were hot, honestly.
I like
We'll talk
this.
about it after.
Are we done?
This
we have
casual
to do
ad.
more? It's a very casual ad.
Do you think we spell help because people thought it was better hell and it was some sort of an afterlife?
Better Yelp? Maybe you would go. It's
I said
you wanna
better
say
health, so
positive
maybe that the people do get it confused. I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm ruining
Eleanor,
it.
the point
Did
is...
we already lose the sponsor?
A point is people can't just get a therapist when they live out there in bumfuck America.
And you got to go see if you like them or not. This time, just you click off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll
you can
close
just
the
hang
thing.
up on them.
Bye.
You just close the computer.
Yeah, see ya.
Man, that's a great
I have
deal.
a closed computer. Is that old? Am I old? Is that a typewriter? Is that the same thing now? Is that a new?
Eleanor, listen, you might need some better help.
Oh, you can't help me. Yeah.
She
I
thinks
do.
computers. She's seeing computers in the sunglasses that her ex-fiance wears. Somebody asked me if you guys were back together, by the way.
Oh, really?
Everyone
that
always
cute?
asks.
Everyone always
I
says.
go, no, they're still together in ways.
We're still. Listen.
There's
There's
him
still
and
a
I,
passionate love affair.
Him and I both need better help 100% of the time.
You can go to couples, ex-couples therapy.
Okay,
Dude,
we can do it together.
Of Dice on the phone talking to a therapist.
That would be
you could do a full season, 26 episodes.
He's like, she's not giving me enough.
With my first,
every time.
Yeah.
With my first ex-fiance, we went to couples therapy, and
Before or after the engagement was over?
it was about to be over.
Yeah.
We were already
You
engaged.
didn't have better
I
help
was
back then.
losing it. No, we didn't have better help. We could have used it. I was losing it. And in the therapy session, it was the first time ever. That's so foreign to people like me. Like,
Yeah.
you don't
what?
go.
Yeah.
I remember telling my dad I went
Why
to
would
a
we
therapist.
ever talk about this?
Yeah, I was like, Dad, my therapist said that's not good for me. He goes, therapist? What the hell are you talking about? You're a Kerrigan girl. I'm like, that doesn't exclude you from having problems.
Yeah.
You're fucked up
It
for
actually
life.
helps.
Yeah, you will. Nothing will save us.
Right, and in the therapy session, I was telling what happened, and then he would say his side of the story, and I'd be like, "See, that's crazy," and I was like, "I don't think you're supposed to." The lady kept saying, "You want to talk to me after by yourself?"
You're like, it was him.
So
And
I
I'm still stand by it being him.
It definitely was, but I could have handled it better.
I was
firm 25. Believer. I was angry.
I'm a firm believer it's always someone else's fault.
Yeah.
I like that, Rick.
Yeah.
No, Rick, have you been using BetterHelp? Why are you faking a good? You've changed in a way after this pandemic.
He's positive.
Listen, when the pandemic happened, the whole world realized how shitty everyone is, and at the same time realized I was right about everything.
Yes.
You can say whatever you want about people now, and people just are like, yeah, you're
it validated
pretty much right.
you.
Yeah, it did. The world got angry, and I just stayed the same.
But I was like, is he pranking me?
Sometimes I talk to him, and I'd be like, who's this guy?
Yeah. I like it. I liked both, honestly. Because you know what I like about you? I always felt like I was on your team, but I couldn't tell. And the way you could viciously tear someone apart, I was like, it was like a fun treat to be like,
so good.
Which side?
Ooh,
which side am I on?
The world was ready to just be full of hate. And
yes.
It is. And it's a wonderful time to be alive.
It is. Everyone does hate each other. Just it shows in Texas.
People used to say that it used to be a wonderful time before. Now you're like, now it is.
It's way better now.
It's ripped real. It's ripped open. But no, there's no trust. Is the problem?
There never should have been. Human beings are horrible monsters.
Honestly,
because we don't have BetterHelp.
That's why we need that. And you know what? And that's
we need BetterHelp. HELP.
This is
Comedy store for 10%.
This turned into like a 9-minute ad, which is good.
Well, wait, what happened in Texas?
Do they pay per minute?
Oh, that's good.
I just said.
Let's put the camera directly in there.
I just said I said I live in California, and they're like, boo. I was like, oh, you guys hate California? They're like, yeah, we hate it. And I go, why? And they're like, I go, is it the beaches? What is it, the sunshine? And like, no, it's like they should have said the fires. Like the fires is always a good one.
Something.
Yeah. Because it is funny in LA. Like you can never just like step out and go like, what a beautiful foggy day. Because there's like a 75% chance someone's going to come up to you and be like, it's the ashes of the rich kids in Malibu. I'm like, is that barbecue? They're like, no, it's the chicken coop.
I do like the fire season. It's good for my hair.
It does kind of give you
you're like,
and it's like, every picture's like at the golden hour. You know? It's like
I'm like, look at my hair. How
perfectly filtered, no shadows.
We don't need a filter on this one.
Totally worth it. But I was like, what do you not like? And they just couldn't have they didn't have an answer. I go,
of course they don't have an
God,
answer.
You guys are just like making shit up. And then I was like, it's political or something. I was like, no, we hate you back. Everyone hates each other. I travel this country. Every place sucks and is awesome. Everything's the same.
Like Philadelphia, everybody hates us, but we're proud of it. We've
always
love
been
it.
fun.
We own it.
Throwing batteries at Santa and shit.
It's good people. There's just, out of all the terrible people, Philly people are some of the best terrible people.
Sure, because we're filled with hate from day one.
And it's just true. Like filth is almost in the name. I mean, it's like we're trash.
Yeah.
There's a garbage.
You guys couldn't work out living in one of the respectable East Coast cities.
Have you done the Are You Garbage podcast? Is it so fun?
It's the best. I love those guys.
I do too. And I said to them, this might be a short podcast because the answer is yes. And then that's it.
But if they really did end it.
Let's go. Thanks, Eleanor Kerrigan.
Guys,
she is trash.
There's a lot. We got the best retention on this one. Watch the whole thing through.
That's so weird.
What is this podcast?
It's Are You Garbage? And it's two guys. Okay. What are they? They're suburb kids, right? Fully. I forget. I don't even remember exactly
where they're from, but it's not as close as it feels. Like they feel more like
exactly.
They're a little bit further away than
right.
Like they might even be New York, honestly.
But it is a great concept. They basically interview you about, and they ask questions that most people don't
They're
ask.
Like, do you ever not have a pillowcase on your pillow? Stuff like that, like just like funny little things.
Finally, the stuff people want to know.
The real garbage.
It's really good. It's like, yeah.
Interesting concept. I would never listen. I'm just going to put it out there.
You don't listen to podcasts.
I've never listened to a podcast.
Isn't that crazy?
The only one I ever heard any part of was Carlos Mencia on Marin. And that was just because someone was like, listen to this asshole. And I'm like, okay.
Did he mention you?
No, God, no. I don't even think he knows my name after the Rogan-Mencia fight night.
Even though you did partake.
I did partake.
What part did you do? Were you the one, or was it Ari? Someone handed the mic. Who handed the mic? Jeff Scott?
That probably would have been Jeff. I interrupted their on-stage fight at one point as Argus Hamilton.
That's amazing.
That's exciting.
Hi, Daddy. Oh, her dad's so funny.
He's FaceTime.
How do we know that's really her dad and not
You
know,
think it's
Todd?
Todd?
It's just like a
Could be
black
Todd.
guy.
Oh, I hope it's
Hi,
not.
Dad. I'm on a podcast. Do you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi. How
Hi.
are you?
Eleanor's going to be on the Philly show again. She was there last time. Well, yeah, your nightgown, his dress.
He's so cute.
Yes, it's
a
very
night
long.
shirt.
It's like a Dalia nightshirt.
Do you have a cap to go with it?
Yeah, he does have a little cap. All right, it was rude for me to pick up, but I love you, and I must always pick up when you call.
So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have fun, ladies.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
gentleman.
that's Rick.
I'll take ladies.
He
I
He
don't
does have
care.
a lesbian's haircut.
He does identify as a woman.
How? Yeah.
I have the ability to tell the difference. I don't know anything. So.
Well, everyone loses their testosterone as they age anyway and turns into a woman.
Jesus.
Yeah, but it came to you, Annie. Let's not discuss
My
that,
dad's
right?
had the biggest breasts for quite a while in the family.
Sexy motherfucker.
That's nice.
All right, I love you,
that he
Papa.
laughs at her.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I love you. Mwah.
Love you. Bye-bye.
He's so
Oh my God, I
cute.
love that man.
It's
He's
lovely.
80. I got to pick up every time he calls.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
get
I don't
it.
ever want to like not pick up with a big. I didn't pick up.
You know Annie's a twin, right?
I do know that.
exciting.
She's got a respectable brother in Boston,
Oh, that's right,
Massachusetts
yeah.
area. Sports
dude.
writer.
Mhm.
He's television producer, Emmy
For
award
a
winning. He's won
terrific
2
basketball team.
He's won 2 Emmys.
My
One of my
God.
favorites.
You hate the Celtics?
Love the Celtics.
Oh, you love the
I'm a big
Celtics.
Celtics fan.
Ooh, that's
a
fun. Maybe,
problem.
I wonder if there's some collab there.
Well, let's do it.
All right, let's get you on board with my bro.
I just
Dude,
watched
that's gonna be
KD's doc.
fantastic.
Did you see KD's doc?
I don't know who.
I don't know what that
I mean,
meant.
KD. I'm
Katie
saying
Lang?
KD. KG. Kevin Garnett.
Oh
Listen,
I'm
my
saying
God,
KD.
her fucking Invisalign's
This is how
making her head
fucking out of
squishy.
it I am.
I
Kevin
saw,
Garnett.
I saw Kevin Garnett 2 months ago at the
KG.
park by my house,
Really?
Are you serious?
and I'm literally looking at him like, man, is that Kevin Garnett? And I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? It's like a 6'10"
Like, how do you miss
Yeah, it's
Kevin
man
Garnett?
who looks
Yeah.
exactly like
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett? It's definitely him.
His documentary is called Anything's Possible. It's excellent. It's excellent.
And it's about overcoming being
Just
very
getting
tall.
in basketball.
It's
Just where he
about-
came from.
It's about just graduating high school and immediately being a millionaire. And
He
He
just-
did.
really
He
hard.
did have Isaiah Thomas put him in the Hall of Fame, which introduce him. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, the
that
haters
takes it
represent.
down. That takes
Well,
it down a
do you
notch
remember
for me,
Hoop
KG.
Dreams? I remember watching that. Remember the documentary Hoop Dreams? That was
Yeah.
like about 5
Mhm.
hours long.
Yeah, it was
Did
really
any of those
long,
guys
but,
make it?
I don't think
Interesting.
so.
That's
was,
a tough
was Sebastian
subject to
Telfair a
bring
part
up.
of that?
Which one?
There's a dude named Sebastian Telfair. I think that was a different documentary. He was from Coney Island or something.
All documentaries look the same, huh, Rick?
They
You
absolutely
learn the same
do.
thing.
If the
Anything's
College of Santa Fe taught
possible.
me anything, it's that you
We
can't
get
trust a
it.
documentary because the person who made it has a perspective.
What was your were you in the movie
I
department?
was.
Wow.
I was very unsuccessfully a part of the
What movie?
the
No,
movie
you're actually
program.
way more successful for leaving the school that went
Oh,
out
the
of
school.
business.
Yeah.
To leave before they went out of business is a real win. I was still there. Like, my teachers were like, I had incompletes, and my teachers were like, you have 2 weeks before the school no longer exists to finish, 5 classes.
Wow. Were you a film student?
No, I was a
Theater major?
psychology.
It's so weird that you
BetterHelp?
went to an art school.
Don't be an ass.
No, you know what? I wanted to be a special ed teacher, which was like, wow, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
that.
it.
Let's
Special
set that
ed
up.
teacher. I didn't say special ed student.
Oh no, I could see you being a teacher, a
Let's-
fun teacher.
I liked being a.
Let's write the sitcom. I mean, this
Where
could
I'm
be
the
good.
teacher that bangs their special ed kids.
Finally,
I mean, that's double rape. They can't even
they
they
have
gotta roll
retarded
away.
strength.
they
Oh,
every one of them
Eleanor.
would be totally on board with it. That's the thing. My buddy, his dad worked for an insurance company.
Annie,
and
this
one
is
of
a
the-
good pitch.
Yeah, one of the groups they represented was a home for older people with
Mm-hmm.
mental disabilities, and we're teenagers, so of course we're assholes. And we're like, "What happened when you were over there?" And he was like, "There's a lot of masturbating."
Oh yeah.
And he was
100%.
he was a very religious man, and that's all he would ever tell us was there was a lot of masturbating.
Like,
And
there's
you're
so much that this
"Whoa."
religious man like had to tell you. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, he didn't want to tell you
He
that.
didn't
but
want to
there's-
say it.
It eclipses the other things. I worked at Easter Seals as a camp counselor for like 5 years when I was a teenager in early 20s, and they would always do the have us all come in a week early, and they'd go over all the different,
It's scary.
Yeah, they would, but the whole thing was pretty much dedicated to teaching us about self-stimulation. Like, they're gonna self-stim.
100%.
You need to let them finish. Like, because what are you
They're
gonna
the
try
only-
to get in between it?
Yeah, they're the only people who are,
Hey,
are
don't
doing what they want.
Don't you shoot that at me.
I mean, really,
don't
honestly,
you shoot it.
and they have surprisingly good aim. You know, they really.
So many doves released, if you will, today.
It was a purple rain.
My older sister used to work with mentally handicapped adult women who couldn't live in at home. They were high functioning, but they would be on the subway and in Philadelphia, in South Philly, just start rubbing one out. And
Been there.
My sister would just try
Sometimes
to
you
block
just gotta
it.
do it.
Like, what are we gonna do here? They also used to try to put
Things
feminine
in.
napkins on, and they would put them adhesive side up, the
Oh
wrong way.
wow, a wax.
And my sister
I
would
like
have
to call it a poor man's wax.
Yeah. My poor sister would have to untangle these women.
I definitely pulled out some tampons and stuff.
You have
was
to. I
wild.
mean, it's a weird thing, but
Well,
if you're gonna do that, you have to fully
Should I
go
tell
in.
this story? Yes, I should. Okay, so one girl had just she lived in a home, and I don't know if it was a good one or what, but they have so many people there. It was some of them get overlooked. She came in and she had her period, and we had to but it was smelled so bad.
Yeah.
That we made masks out of paper towels, but we drew smiley faces on it to not
So they knew you were happy about.
But just so she didn't realize that it was we didn't want her to have any shame around it because it's totally not her fault. Her friggin' arms didn't work, so it's not
I mean, it's so hard. All this weird shit that we do normally. I hate to say it like that because you just said we're not.
No, but it's true. It's
but
we're allowed. No, we can say whatever we want.
We can function. We figure it out, whatever it is, right? But
it's such an ever-changing. The language is changing so much. It's we can't even even if you wanted to say all of the right things.
I ain't scared of nothing.
I ain't scared of
I'm gonna say what I want to say.
No, and they aren't
but
scared of anything. I'm not scared of anything either. But I do
in these
working with special-
facilities sometimes, when they stayed in they didn't train people properly.
Yeah.
So this one lady that my sister had, I guess they used to beat the shit out of her.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different time. The 1900s were fucking
the
a wild
1900s were a
time.
beautiful time.
Well, if people were getting periods, it was probably a while ago, huh, Eleanor?
But that was a long time ago. These pigtails will tell you different. These
You actually
braces,
look cuter than I could even explain.
I
to you.
love it. I'm gonna have fish tacos.
I love your mess.
after
I
with
love
the
your
braces.
Does that mean you're a lesbian?
Listen, the fact that you didn't go with
There's a
the
comic
Jay
that
Braces style,
Jay Davis.
the old school. When I'm like, does this motherfucker have braces? And it was so weird because it was 3 years ago. When
Yeah, and
literally
his hair
everyone
was always
has-
frosted. He was always wearing flip-flops or barefoot. I'd be like, are you barefoot on Sunset Boulevard?
Literally everyone who has braces has Invisalign. This dude, when he was like, give me the metal piece from the 80s movies.
Well, he was probably trying to fuck children.
I mean,
Well,
it's
it
always
These
was
boys
possible.
really
think they
bad.
look young. These boys think they look young.
And he always had stuff in there.
Anyone want tacos? Let's just grab some fish tacos. I'm going to introduce you to Kato Kalin, man.
Oh, my God.
It's so hard to just look at a man in those circumstances.
He bumped me from a show in
No.
2012. And
What do you
I
mean
just,
bumped?
Like,
That
he was
doesn't
like,
make sense.
oh, I came all the way over. I had to find fucking parking. And then it was I don't want to say who it is because she was, well, I'll do it.
Oh, well, you don't have to say names.
Yeah.
It was just this girl who was known for a celebrity sent her dick pics. She was not a
Okay.
comedian.
Okay.
She was literally did not do comedy.
That's okay.
So a
Those are
celeb-
some
And
of
he
the
was,
best.
and he
Was
it
it Adam Carolla?
She was a sex scandal person.
Right.
Who was I think I'll try stand up. And I was already on Chelsea Lately and all this stuff. and,
Right. So you
and I
had
was
credits
like-
and you were doing
yeah,
stand-up.
and I was trying to find the parking and it took forever and then I got there and he was like, yeah, we'll have to put you up another time. And I was like, you want the dick pic?
Yeah.
bitch?"
Yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry, what? And
He
so
put the- and then
he
I-
put up dick pic, lady?
I got bumped at the Sammy Shore.
Sandy Hook.
Is it?
Sandy Hook. He
Good
did get
for you.
bumped
Dodged
that-
a
for a
bullet.
different school shooter. Beat him to it.
That was one of the first mass shooters that people immediately started blowing me up on social media and like, hey, is that Rick Ingram? I'm like, God damn it.
And then
they're
since
right.
then, it's just always looked like you.
It's always me.
You could kind of be the guy in the movie theater too.
Yeah. I mean, a
Absolutely.
majority of them, I'm like, I at least look related to that
Yeah.
guy.
But now you smile.
See, now I'm happy,
Are you on meds?
No. I eat edibles sometimes.
Oh,
Really?
You know what? Can I just tell you that?
Wait,
little
I didn't know
Esther
that. That's a big deal.
has started
Rick.
eating edibles
thank
too,
you.
and it's made her happy too. You are two people where I've been like, okay, weed is medicine.
Well, there was a few people that were told they should do drugs.
Yeah.
And he would be on that list for me.
You
People-
seem honestly perfect. I really am going to tell you might be a perfect person. I think your
What's the deal
attitude
with
Absolutely
is
that?
not.
no. You're all fucked up. Listen, that but
We're all
you're-
fucked up.
But your like sensibility is like good. The way you are is like you're positive in a negative, fun way. Do you know what I mean?
It's
No.
real, but you do
So
make
But do you
you
know what?
feel
But
good.
you have like the right. I don't know.
Well,
You was raised
I was
right.
thinking I should either be on what's Adderall is the one I need because I can't focus properly.
Yeah.
Is that?
You're
And
always writing a script. You're always focusing.
Yeah, but they're never finished,
Oh,
Annie. And
yeah.
I have 35 pages of notes.
That's because
and
you don't
no
have the
actual,
Adderall yet.
Yes, you do Adderall. But Adderall. Well, you'll see. You'll
Rogan
test
told
it.
me not
It's
to.
pharmaceutical cocaine. I wouldn't use it, but
I call it homework coke.
yeah. I once
Homework.
when I
coke.
first moved
So
out
maybe
here,
I will.
Yeah, it's the best.
someone was like, "Hey, we got some Adderall. Do you want to take one and we'll write?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I wrote
See?
a couple papers in college. I remember, so I'm like, "Yeah, let's do that."
Did you get an A or an F?
I think I got B's, but I literally
Ooh.
didn't read anything. I just like would flip through pages because I was all amped up, and then I would read. And then I'd
Yeah,
be like,
you feel like you've done something.
I would clean the shit out of my apartment for 2 hours,
Well, I
and
do
then
that
I would
without
come back,
Adderall.
and then I would write a paper. And then when I would pass, I'd be like, "Well, I'm never studying again. I'm just going to take one of these pills when I need to."
And then the college went out of business.
And then I dropped out of college. But I was living out here, and my buddy gave me an Adderall, and he wanted to write. I go, well, let's do it. So I started writing, and then like an hour later, I started sweating. I was like, I'm all breathing heavy. And then 2 hours go by. I can't write at all because I'm like panicky. And then I look down, and my armpit sweat has met in the middle, almost like
Ooh.
I'm like, my shirt is fucking wet right now. That was the last time I took Adderall.
It's
And
just
when
you know
guys
what?
see me and I'm all wet, you're like,
She's on it.
Finally
here's
figured it out.
What I'm taken by in this story is that someone asked you to write with them and they didn't try to fuck you. I mean, has anyone? By the way, when I first moved
Well
here,
played.
Jimmy Schubert's like, we're going over to, come on, let's go over to, because he's
Over
over
to
to Mel's.
Everyone's
I
going
go,
over
it's
to-
just two of us.
Yeah.
He's all being Jimmy.
Yeah.
He buys me, honestly, I swear to God, he bought me one of the Mel's shirts. I was like, I don't want it, Jimmy. I don't want it. He's like, come on, get it. He's like, put it on. I'm like, I think I put it on over my jacket. I was like, okay.
Call that the pussy getter.
And then he's like, if you ever want to come over and
Yeah.
write, and I was like, you're picking up this dinner. I will see you later, sir.
Yeah, no one's ever tried to write with me and fuck.
that's
It's
so
bullshit.
funny. Yeah, I mean, not as often as I'd like have people ask me to write and fuck, but most people will be like, hey, we should get together. And then I'm like, hey, you didn't bring a notebook.
Yeah.
Well, Dan St.
All
Germain
right with
hates this
this.
story. Dan St. Germain hates this story. He's married, lovely wife. Never.
Who's
this
it?
is
Oh,
so like
Dan,
Dan
yeah.
St. Germain.
But also,
So-
how do you meet people? You know what I mean? Maybe that's what they were
But
doing.
he goes, so these boys, their brains, like, you're a new open mic or whatever. I just moved to New York. I started doing stand up. And he's like, oh, we should write together. And I was like, okay. I was like, great. That sounds fun. And then his roommate told me that night he was like, I got to go. I got a date with Annie Lederman.
So smart. Dude, some dudes just get it, They know what they're doing, and they know.
In their minds, it is. And then they're like, because it's what, maybe 2 out of 10 happen. So there's
It's like
always
a
that,
true
that
blind
little-
date. Like I was blinded to the fact it was a date. I'm like, what? But
It's always exciting.
I agree.
You know what part of my problem, I think, was when I was single, was I was never trying to write with anybody.
that's why you
wouldn't-
never got
You
laid.
wouldn't hit
Yeah.
on comics?
Must have been it. I didn't know.
Ever hit on a female comic? Really?
I mean, I probably
I don't know
did.
why I said female. Like,
Listen,
you
Eleanor.
definitely hit
I
on the
think I
male.
am.
Eleanor, I'm not a fucking bigot, okay? I get drunk and I would hit on everybody.
Okay, I'm fair.
I fucked those 2 midgets last night that were
That's
here.
so many.
They
Little
were
people,
honestly
little
they
people.
were like hot. Like they were well dressed.
Have you ever
and
seen the
hot.
sexy little fuck is it called? Is it called Little People? It's a show, and
Oh,
one
Little
of them looks like
People,
Kardashian.
yeah.
I'm like, God damn!
Yeah.
A whole gaggle of them came to see.
That's
Is
not.
that the
That's
right
not what they're
word?
called.
To
They're
see
not-
me and Dice and that. Well, they didn't come to see me. They came to see Dice. I just happened to open the show,
Then they came back to see you.
and then they were. But whoever sat the room was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put them all up front.
Eleanor, I only perform for full-size people.
I didn't say. I mean, I dabbled, but I left it because I knew
you wanted him to
Andrew
have it. Yeah.
was gonna.
It's a good
eat
feature
it.
right there.
Yeah.
I literally, I was like, okay, just please don't look over there. Please don't look over. I kept trying to pick on this one guy on this side and just do my bits because I was like,
It's
oh
so
my
hard.
God.
Well, I didn't see them. They were like, why didn't you
Especially
make
when
fun of
it's
us?
like
I didn't
that.
see you.
Yeah. Hey, 2-footer, come be my ashtray.
Oh, Andrew had them on the stage. Oh, is it? We were throwing them. I mean, it was.
It's a special time. There's always a special time.
It was amazing. They were wrestlers, so
Of course they were.
which is
They
a
all
whole
are.
nother
They
thing,
got that
which
low
would have
gravity.
been my favorite to talk to.
I
But I
know.
I didn't. I didn't do it. I sacrificed.
Can you
it.
still, if people were like, all right, you got to go in the ring in 5 minutes, would you be able to do it?
Yeah.
It's muscle memory. It's in there.
I just would get so excited. I mean, I'd
Amped
have
up.
to warm up a little. You have to do all the warm ups.
Yeah.
So you don't get hurt. So you don't when I do dips before I go
Right.
on stage, people are like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "In case a fight breaks out, you got to be warm. Like somebody's gonna get offended and come at me."
You do work out more than most people.
That's inappropriate, but yeah, I
It's
like it.
you really.
I
She
have some
needs to be.
issues.
She needs to be threatening at all times. That's really what it's about.
She's scrappy. You really are scrappy. Oh my God! You know what scrappy is? It's you.
What?
The term scrappy is you. This bitch is scrappy.
Rick has seen me get out of the car with a bat
A sawed-off
after
bat.
somebody.
So and it was like someone who just they weren't even.
Hey, he was
being,
fucked up. That guy.
But that's
Yeah.
what I
And
like.
He was,
You
he was
save
harassing
it.
everybody.
Yep.
You
That's what it
save
is.
it.
He threatened
Big
Eleanor.
black guy, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go near the big black. Who the fuck? I don't care who you are. Don't."
Trunk popped open. And I'm like, what's Eleanor doing?
He
And
threw
then the two little
popcorn on
people
my
came
car.
out.
They busted out.
There they are.
They had nunchucks for some
Sam
reason.
and what was the other guy? I loved them.
I love that. Did Sam J go on and pick on them or no?
She was just hanging out last night. She's
Oh, okay,
in.
'cause I
She's
was
got the
gonna say
bug,
she-
the Comedy Store bug.
I know.
I'm really happy she got
I'm
passed.
thrilled that she got passed.
You get scared when there's new bookers. You're like, uh-oh. Like the first pass does set the tone.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the tone
yeah.
is a little dark, but it's a little darker than
Little
usual.
dark.
But no. But it was good. It was like, oh, okay. Sam's like a real comic. She's not gonna fucking.
And she's been
Her,
hustling for
her
years.
just
intro
really-
for me the other night was like, oh, she go, all right, I'm done. And they kind of clapped. And then she's like, this next comic. And then I just see her walking backstage. I'm like, wait, did she bring me up? I don't even know if she said my name. And then I just walked
What?
out there, and I was very confused. I'm like, did she say my name? And someone in the crowd was like,
Wait, was she coming to like look for you?
I honestly don't know.
She's like, which one is it?
She might have just
Oh
been
my
like,
God.
It'd be amazing.
who am I bringing up? The bully patriarch? All right, fuck that guy.
No, I'm sure it wasn't personal. She probably couldn't remember your name. She's nice.
Oh, she is very nice, but
Yeah.
Miss Pat, very nice. Miss
Oh,
Pat's one
remember
of my
Miss
favorites.
Pat
Remember
and
when Miss
fucking
Pat,
Candace got in that thing?
Candace Thompson.
yeah.
For some reason that I always mess up her last name. I don't know why, but I think Miss Pat genuinely
Thought she was
trying
white.
to be funny and be silly because she didn't know.
I know so many people just
most
don't know who people
aren't
are.
used
right?
to what we do here.
Right.
Like the tag team people don't
Uh-huh.
do that. They have hosts everywhere else.
Uh-huh.
And so wherever you know, I don't know how it is where she started. I think she
Nothing
started in
ruins a
Atlanta.
show more than a host, by the way.
100%.
Yeah. Oh God. When
So
the
she
room's
was trying
good
to
and then they
make
come
light
back
of
up.
it.
Yeah, they think they're the star, and you're like, you work for the show. You don't.
Well, the
You're not the
road
star of
has
the show.
been a very like this is the first time where I'm actually like able to bring my own openers,
Yeah.
pick my own people, do all that stuff, and thank God. I can't deal with because they want to know about they're always like, how do you get into Montreal? I'm like, I think Jeff Singer said the N-word and Montreal's canceled. I don't know.
Is there a secret? Because I'm looking to get on New Faces. I auditioned about
you
17 years
done it?
ago,
I
and
did do it.
What year? How long ago did you do it?
2012, I think.
Oh, okay.
Right
Did
before
you
I
like
got
it?
past
Did you have
here.
a good experience?
No, I hated it. We all bombed. Nobody tells you everyone bombs, by the way, too. It's like the worst rooms. They're hot. They're sweaty. There's industry just talking the whole time. Like it really was like unpleasant. There's so much pressure on you.
Yeah.
I was really like young in comedy too. I was like and I had started in New York, so I didn't know any of the LA stuff. So like we're all bombing and stuff, and I'm feeling like shit. And people are coming up to me like, "Don't worry, you got a good look." And I was like, "A good look? What are you talking about? A good look?
yeah,
You'll be fine." I'm like, "A good look." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I I just want to get up there. I want to burn as many bridges as quickly as possible.
I really did do that, though.
I feel like I could really let people know, like, hey, he exists, and I do not want to work with him.
That's what I did, and I stand by it, and I'm fucking happy about it.
Yeah.
Somebody was telling a story. Oh, I was doing a podcast with Dom Irera, name dropper.
Classic.
And Elon Gold. And Elon was saying they were in Montreal, and Brian Regan came out. He was recording. He was for TV, and he bombed so hard that he was like, can I start over? Because you can't really do that stand up, especially when you're recording.
Yeah.
And he was already kind of like up there, but he's a killer.
Yeah.
And he's clean. So he went back. He came back out. He tried. They said he did it like 3-4 times.
The
it just
problem
never
is
hooked.
any show that you do that's even 25% industry in the crowd is the worst show ever.
That's why Skankfest is so good.
It's like why they.
No industry.
That's why Skankfest.
Skankfest! Why are we talking about skanks? I would never be a skank. That's an insulting word.
Honestly, if they were like, "Hey, Jeffrey," you'd be like, oh, "Thank you so much."
Yeah. You couldn't pay me money unless you got money and you want to pay me.
I know, no industry and
But that's why
no
Skankfest
security.
was so good. Well,
I was looking at. I had to miss it this year. I was looking. I was like, I'm literally watching Sarah Weinshank be like, crowd surfed and fingered by. I'm like, and their faces. By the way, they posted the pictures, but I don't think they looked at their faces. Their faces were like, like all scared. I'm like,
That's a good
it is
feeling.
terrifying, but at the same time,
did you get crowd surfed?
No, of course not. What am I, a monster?
That fucking ass.
This big ass, they're going to be like, yeah, they can put Doug Stanhope through, but they can't put me through. They would fall
my
down.
God.
Was Stanhope getting fingered?
Of course.
That's beautiful.
Always.
He jumped in.
Oh my God, he
didn't even
called
wait.
me the other day.
He's the
I
best.
love it. It feels.
I'm obsessed with him.
I feel like I've collected all my favorites. Do you know what I mean? Like all my favorite comedians before I started comedy, I've gotten them.
Who are some of your favorites? Doug,
I got
Avi.
Doug, Louie,
Canceled.
Mike Binder,
Mike Binder.
Rick Ingram.
I'm so confused about the Mike Binder falling out.
Oh, yeah, because he was at the roast.
I was
for
at the
Adam.
Adam
Oh,
roast.
he apologized to me.
It's so funny.
I
It was
forgive
just so
him.
awkward. The whole room was just like, what the fuck
Well,
is
he had a
going
weird
on?
fight with me, and it was like over it was just like very like stupid and petty. And it was very like little. It was like very little, and he kept calling me crazy and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not even being difficult.
Give
even
me
a
what
little
you owe
Right.
me. Yeah.
It's just I can't have paid to be in something,
Yeah.
Right. And
and you can't use my jokes and not pay me. That's like, and it was just like little.
That's-
It just wasn't a big deal. It was like it didn't need to be a big deal. It just was like you have to just give me what's mine, and that's it.
That's standing up
and
for
he
yourself.
did, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was just so weird because he's like,
But then it was over.
and he
still
really
did
fucked
that.
me over, huh? And Adam's like,
What does that have
And
to do
also
with me?
how?
and
roasting me.
and you
not
weren't there.
Annie. Yeah.
It was just like
I
a weird
know.
thing. The whole room was like, what the fuck is going on?
It really didn't work out because they turned on him quick.
It was
I
cool
know.
to
I actually
see.
feel bad for him.
It was cool to see someone bomb with inside jokes. Like those should just always work.
Oh, okay.
Danny, calm down. Danny Lucas is here, guys.
I love Danny. Danny's
Legend.
He's
number one.
our legendary sound guy. All right, so we lost
I'll be
Annie.
back.
Are you going to try to come back? We'll
I'll
try
come
to
back,
stay.
yeah.
If
Well, you-
not,
We're
do you wanna
wrapping this
promote?
thing up, just so you know.
The whole thing was
Well, because he's after you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah.
So
And that's why BetterHelp, point being,
that's
H-E-L-P.
hysterical.
This whole thing has just been one promo.
This has been one promo after another.
You'll
All
be
right, at
matched
least
with
be
a
quiet.
therapist in 48 hours. We're still just doing bullet points for the whole show. 2 million people have been using this product.
We had Annie Lederman here.
2 million satisfied customers. Annie is heading to BetterHelp, H-E-L-P right
wait,
now.
I got a phone call. Should I take it?
Eleanor, that's inappropriate.
Hold on, Annie took one. I should take a
Yeah,
phone call.
it's-
I am on a podcast right now here at the world famous Comedy Store. Do you want to say hello? I'm sorry, what?
To who? Who am I talking to?
The Comedy Store podcast.
Yeah, what about it?
Me and Rick, we were just interviewing Annie Lederman, and she had to go upstairs.
Uh-huh.
So now we don't have a guest anymore. So do you
Why
want to
is
say
she
hello to the
upstairs?
people?
Well, I'll say hello to Rick.
He's there. Go ahead.
How are you, Andrew?
What are you doing?
A podcast.
Oh, no, I know. I'm talking to him. Maybe he didn't hear that part.
I have you on
How do
speaker.
I know?
I'm just letting.
Oh, is that the speaker on the phone you can't use?
Yes, I'm using the speaker. I can use it. What do you mean I can't use it?
Because every day I talk to you, you tell me how you don't know how to use this stupid phone.
Yeah, but Eleanor she is a well-known liar.
Wait a minute. That's not fair at all.
It's true.
No, it's not.
That's my truth.
That's Andrew's new favorite thing. That's my truth.
No, it's what I hate most, and I yell about on stage now, so don't steal that bit either.
Me or Rick or both?
Both. Rick's not a thief.
Okay.
I don't steal. I don't even have my own stuff, so.
Rick, she takes all my material. Anyway.
All right, well,
Rick.
Yeah.
Rick.
Yes, sir.
I don't really mean that. Yeah, because then I'll get a call from her going, why would you say that? We're on a podcast. I didn't really say it. I'm teasing.
Also, I don't talk like that.
It was a pretty good impression. I was about ready to say.
Number one, you're not allowed to tease anymore because you get thrown off the planet.
That's right.
So yeah, I was just going nuts, on the phone with Max, my son, for people, since it's a podcast, about how I just can't take it anymore with watching these shows, Rick.
Yeah.
And it's not a bit yet. It'll be a bit when I go on a stage and say it.
Right.
But every show, we used to be able to say things like, ask me a question, any question, Rick.
What's your favorite American city?
Well, you know what I think? I think New York would be that city. Now, the way people say it today would be, my truth would be that New York is the fiercest city in the world, and hopefully I can find love and meet my person.
Oh, my God.
They're just always walking that, tiptoeing on the line, if you will.
No, but they all say it the same way.
Yeah.
This is my truth. I'm looking for love. I want to meet my person. Nobody turns around on a show anymore and goes, you know what I thought when I got a call for this? I figured, why not take a chance? Maybe I'll meet somebody I really dig, and who knows what the future could hold.
Right.
It's all the same dialogue. Well, you know what my truth is? You know what my truth is? But Rick, you know what my truth is?
What's your truth?
I'd like to grab any of them.
Yeah.
And squeeze their throat.
Hey, this.
So, and I'm not talking about.
You need BetterHelp.
I'm talking about. No, the men on those shows.
Are they men though?
They act like girls.
Whoa!
That's exactly right.
You ever watch The Bachelorette?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. So
I've
it's
never
a
seen it.
Bachelorette. It's a girl, and here's 30, 40 guys chasing her around.
Right.
But talking like girls. Like if they don't get the date, they're crying. Why am I in a group date? I really wanted my time with her to tell her my truth about how I feel about our love.
Yeah, those aren't men.
And I'm like, you're a guy, for Pete's sake. And this is what I'm watching every day. So I'm starting to talk like that.
No.
Yeah, well, I got caught trying to sneak in the gym earlier today.
You're a fully grown man. What are you talking about?
I look at it this way. If I'm willing to pay for the cab ride to the gym because I like it that much, they should just let me in if I'm willing to pay for the drink.
Right.
Okay, makes sense. That makes perfect sense. You are the face.
So,
that's your truth.
So I actually said it when I got caught going up the steps. This guy behind the counter goes, did you check in? And I actually said, you know what my truth is? I really didn't check in because I thought you knew me.
Yeah.
And he goes, I do know you, and I know you're not a member.
That was his truth.
That was his truth. So I gave him the $10, but just like I did the other day, I fucked him on the drink. It was in my pocket.
Nice.
Smart.
Nice.
So it was really $4 that I gave him because the drink is $6.
Yeah.
So you're really
fuck
living the
them.
dream. That's great.
I'm not going to pay every day. It's stupid.
You'd be an absolute sucker if you paid every day.
Yeah, who needs
Well,
that?
number one, I haven't stole one shirt. I haven't stole one pair of gloves. If I get gloves, I actually pay for them,
Wow.
even though they're marked up 300%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not right, but I'll pay because I'm happy the gym is there.
Right.
So I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't go back there for at least a week. But for some reason, I have just been fucking equinox in the ass.
Okay.
You know? Yeah,
mhm.
I have been every day the same guy. Oh, are you here to see Troy? That's the manager. I go, yeah. He goes, just sign in here. And it's the greatest workout. Nobody bothers me. I don't even know who the fuck Troy is. I've never met the
Jesus,
guy.
Andrew.
I strategically hit different gyms around the city.
That's so
I did get
funny.
caught today. I got to admit it, $4.
Well, that's your truth. And now that you know it, maybe you won't try to sneak in. You'll give him the $10.
It just ups the ante on the challenge.
I will get in there.
Yeah.
But I got to wait a few days. Because
Okay.
they know me too well.
Yeah, it's out there now. Well, we appreciate you dropping in.
Where'd Lederman go? Whatever her name
She's
is.
Annie Lederman is on stage in
It's
the main
a dumb
room.
name.
It's
She needs
not.
to change the name.
Annie Lederman, you do not need to change your name. Thank you for being a guest.
Lederman is a good name, not Lederman.
Well, why do you call her Lederman when her name's Annie Lederman?
No, you told me it's Lederman.
I never
Eleanor,
said
why
that.
would you tell Dice that her
You
name
did
is
say it.
different than it
You
is?
did.
Well, why would you believe him immediately? It's
He-
a male on male.
He's a man of truth, Eleanor. I don't know if you've met the new
Hey,
Dice.
Rick, how's the family, by the way?
Aw.
Family's good. Everyone is doing well. My daughter's terrorizing kindergarten, and life is
It's
good.
just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Because you were just a little boy to me.
Aw.
Yeah.
Rick's just a little
Like
boy.
when you were opening for me. No, I'm saying he was.
Yeah.
He hasn't look-wise. He hasn't changed.
Right.
Yeah.
He still looks like when I met him. So it's
Yeah.
hard to imagine him with a wife, kids, the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a
Like when
22-year-old.
Eleanor tells me I got to babysit. I'm going, for him?
Yeah.
It was Rick. It was Rick I was watching.
Yeah. She was there to make sure that I didn't get into too much trouble.
Do you feel like you're being a good dad?
Yeah, I
He's a
do.
great
I'm
dad.
trying. Doing the best I can, I guess.
Let him talk for himself.
I'm
Eleanor.
sorry.
Listen, that's the babysitter in Eleanor.
I just got fired.
No,
Uh,
I haven't talked to Rick in a long time.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
Just ask him.
Answer him, Rick.
Now I'm confused what the question is because Eleanor keeps,
Interrupting.
she's got that machismo,
No,
she's.
It's not funny. I mean, it's the natural thing that you found a chick.
Yeah.
You got her pregnant, and
Right.
now there's kids. you
Yeah.
know.
That's
I get it. I've done a lot of that.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I don't want to do that anymore.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's I'm done already. I had my two, and now I got to figure out how to raise them without having to raise them.
Well, now you got to figure out between the alimony and the child.
Whoa. That's not where he's at. That's not good.
Oh, so things are good with your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as I know,
How long
anyway.
You married? How
I mean,
long you married?
I've been married now for 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got some time.
Yeah.
Save up.
Save up. Should he get a separate bank account?
I will tell you, a long time ago, I don't want to mention the comic's name. Maybe I could describe him.
Okay.
Okay, he still has kind of a shag haircut with his hair.
Okay. What?
he's on Larry David and he'll wear a long jacket. Okay?
It could
You know
be.
Richard Lewis?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, we know Richard
Okay.
Lewis.
All right, so make believe it's somebody like him.
Wait
And
a minute.
Wait, do you want to hear Jeff Garland? He might pop in.
Why are we talking about Richard Lewis? Dice didn't even come up with the day the laughter died.
oh no, please. What went on over that?
That was Rick Rubin. Everybody knows it.
I was just texting with leave him alone. I love
We
him.
like to torture him now because he yelled at us.
No.
No. We love him. We're not mad at him. We know you made up.
He's very excitable. That's all.
No, but I actually talked to him.
Okay, so what happened with Richard Lewis, or a guy that looks
I
like Richard
forgot. I don't
Lewis?
even know why I brought him up. No, I saw him. He was leaving the cleaners.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cleaners that used to be on the very next block, I'm sure they're still there.
Oh, no, they're not. Right here by Pink Dot, he's saying.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's still there. I think it's closed, Andrew.
Did that cleaners close?
I'll have to look next time I go by Pink Dot, but I think it did.
It did, yeah.
All
right?
That
You know what
guy
I'm talking
was
about?
great, the guy that owned that cleaners. He was.
All right, well,
He was cleaning up with the chicks. That guy.
oh my God.
A lot of people don't realize
No,
that.
he was a single guy, you know, because I was going in there ever since I lived in Cresthill, you know.
I do.
And he was just knocking them down.
And-
Really cleaning house, if you will.
I was only like 21 or 22, and he'd tell me, what I do is I give him that cleaning for free. So it causes dialogue, something like that.
Oh my God.
And then he would get to take them out, and the rest became history.
All right.
A tale as old as time.
Tale
And
as
now
old
that
as
the cleaners is
time.
gone, we know how it ended for him.
True. We got to read a commercial, and then we both have to go upstairs and do spots. So
I thought you wanted me on.
I want you. I love you being on the podcast. This is amazing. But your timing
right.
is not great.
Okay, on stage it is. It's perfect. Impeccable.
Impeccable.
It is.
I know exactly who says that.
Yeah, that's my truth. All right, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Okay, I'll call you back. Thank
Bye,
you,
guys.
bye. Boy, that was abrupt.
Yeah.
And, speaking of BetterHelp, he needs. Don't do it.
All right.
We messed it up.
We're out of here.
All right. Thank you so
Keep
much.
listening. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. That was Andrew Dice Clay. I have him in my phone as not that. I have him in there as the truth.
Yep.
He's our truth. I will be at Brokerage Comedy Club, Long Island, New Year's Eve. 2 shows. Check them out. Also, Rick, check out his other podcast, Rick Talks to Strangers.
Yep.
Very funny. And come to the Comedy Store. See show. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, Comedy Store Podcast is back. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave us your negative and positive comments, mostly negative.
You can follow me at Rick Ingram. I only accept positivity in my life.
The new Rick is here, and EJ Kerrigan still with the negativity, but like and subscribe.